like to go into my office?
Yes, please.
It was a very, very exciting day for me in 1980 when I bought this place, because it was a wreck and I saw the possibility to restore it to its old beauty. And so I chose the wallpaper, and with my wonderful wife's assistance, she papered this place for me, and the paper is still in possession and wonderful. And then we started to exhibit a couple of Greek items, and not only the Greek items, but then also artifacts came. And our patients brought artifacts, and so the place just grew and got bigger and bigger. And then on a certain day, we had a young man who's an IT specialist, and he sat down and he made a record. And when it was all finished, we had thousands on the television screen and all of the database. And then he said to me, "Doctor, I've completed your database." And I stood with him, and then I said to him, "I feel very ashamed." He said, "Why?" I said, "This is not a database. This is not a database. This is a chronicle of time. Because we've got things here which reach back many, many centuries, items that are 300 years old, and we've got the history of these people." So just to give you an idea of how it all started, this was the man and his wife, Mr. and Mrs. Christelis, and they started the Parthenon Mansions. And we're in fact standing now in their very office, their room. And you'll notice that in those days, they were so cute. There was no ensuite bathrooms. There was not a built-in cupboard. And they were wealthy enough to have 10 built-in cupboards, etc. But they had the man's wardrobe, which was smaller, of course, than the ladies' wardrobe, which was generous, and the ladies' special mirrors and so on. And that was how they lived. And then, as I said, she said to him in 1930, "Thank you very much for this lovely home, but what about our family?" And then in 1934, they completed the north and the south wings, and the families had wonderful time together, living in the 6 flats which had been established. And they used to love being outside, having a lovely braai and eating meat and having a special Greek feast. And then this is the picture of how it all started. So I've taken the pictures, and this is what it looked like when I came in. It was a terrible wreck. All of the windows were wonderfully intact except the central one, which we repaired. And then the windows were all very good, as I said. And then we started to patch it up and clean it up and so on. And that's what it looked like. And that was what the suites looked like, in a terrible mess. And it was such a pleasure to move in with a diligent wife.